The girl simply glanced at the rich second generation next to her while eating, but the next second, he dragged her into a private room. Moments later, the rich second generation walked out with a beaming face, but the girl's face no longer had any smiles. When her mother saw her daughter being mistreated, she wanted to step forward and seek justice, but the rich second generation directly picked up a plate and smashed it over the woman's head. It wasn't until the woman took out her lawyer's badge that the rich second generation froze, because she wasn't just a lawyer who won every case, but also the defense attorney hired by the richest man in the country. It turned out that his son had bullied a girl the day before, and in a fit of anger, the woman had sued his son. The richest man lied and said his son was innocent, hoping that the woman would defend him in court. She refused immediately, because she didn't want to deal with people who would stop at nothing to achieve their goals. But the richest man came prepared. He knew the woman had a daughter with severe asthma, who was in constant danger of death, so he spent a lot of money developing a special asthma medication to save her daughter. She took on the case, but only under the condition that his son was truly innocent. Otherwise, she would send him to jail. But the unrepentant rich second generation once again set his sights on a pretty girl and tossed the signed paper onto her table. The girl didn't want trouble, so she told the boy to finish eating and leave quickly. But the rich second generation threw the paper onto her table again. The boy kindly advised the rich second generation not to go too far, but the rich second generation grabbed the girl and directly blew smoke rings in her face. The girl immediately had an asthma attack. The boy warned him that the girl had asthma and that his actions could kill her, but instead of stopping, the bully kicked the boy into the corner and ordered his men to teach the boy a lesson. Finally, some bystanders couldn't stand it anymore and stepped forward to angrily criticize them for bullying someone in broad daylight. The bully threatened them that if they interfered, they would take care of them too. He then pushed the girl onto the table. Seeing this, the boy hurriedly sought help from the girl's mother. At that moment, the woman was preparing to go into court to defend the rich second generation, but when she heard about her daughter's trouble, she quickly handed the case over to her assistant and rushed to the hot pot restaurant. At that moment, her boyfriend, trying to save the girl, broke a beer bottle and tried to fight them, but the rich second generation, taking advantage of the distraction, stabbed the beer bottle into the boyfriend's stomach, causing him to fall to the ground. The rich second generation then carried the girl into the private room, while his underlings outside continued partying with beer, as if they were doing something to be proud of. After tormenting the girl, the rich second generation calmly resumed eating hot pot. Soon, the woman arrived, and seeing her daughter in pain on the ground, she immediately understood what had happened. But the rich second generation showed no remorse, and arrogantly said he was just turning her daughter into a real woman, and that she should be grateful to him. Furious, the woman slapped him hard, and vowed to send him to prison. However, the rich second generation arrogantly replied that his father was the richest man in the country, and that even if he made a mistake, he would have top lawyers to defend him. But little did he know, the woman before him was that very top lawyer. The woman then showed him her credentials, and the rich second generation was suddenly struck with fear. His father called him at that moment, urging him to hurry to the court, and since he believed the top lawyer must be working with his father, he assumed this woman was just an imposter. He then kicked her and tore up her lawyer's badge. After the rich